Hello, everybody. In the quest to become more and more sustainable, to create a more resilient economy, and to look after and steward our wildlife and our ecosystems, toilet paper becomes an obvious target. And when the COVID-19 epidemic or pandemic began and people were running out of toilet paper, we didn't worry about it because we had already purchased one of these. We use them in the Middle East all the time. We got one when I moved to Germany, and although it's not common in Germany, our Turkish plumber put one in for us in the bathroom. So for the past 15 years or so, living overseas, I've always used one of these bidet sprayers. And when we moved into the RV here to start living off grid, we were thinking, how do we do this? Because the toilet itself doesn't make it easy. So there's the plumbing back there doesn't lend itself to putting one of these on. I suppose you could. I was afraid that I might cause some leaks that might damage the RV. I suppose I could put a T in here. It's a little tight for that. And so I decided also that this is only cold water, and what if you want to use warm water because you really don't want to be spraying yourself. When I was at Google, the Google headquarters in Mountain View, California, all of their toilets have bidets in them, sprayers, and they have a controller on the side of the toilet so that you can choose the temperature and the flow rate and the type of spray, forward, backward, it moves. So Google's really outfitted their headquarters for all of their people on their campus with a really convenient way, and I guess it comes from Japan. I've experienced that in Japan as well. But the RV here doesn't have it, and as I just showed you, it doesn't really have a good place for it. So what we did is I went over to the hardware store and I got just this little T with a knob, and then I hooked up the regular shower up to it. So that's the regular shower that was hooked down here. This part here went on this here. Then this T here goes to one of those hoses that they sell, one of those extension hoses, ½ inch. You got to find the ½ inch because it's pretty hard to find. Some of them go down to a smaller diameter. So use the ½ inch one that fits on the standard fitting. So this costs about 15 bucks. Maybe you can find them as cheap as 9 bucks in some places, but this is the chrome one. And then that goes then to that braided tarp, and then since it terminates, since both sides are ½ inch, which is what's unusual about this, and that's why you got to make sure that you get one that's ½ inch on both sides. Then I just used a ½ inch nipple, a PVC nipple, and then went to the fitting that we ordered online for this bidet. And the bidet thing is, so there it is. It's a pretty good jet. So, it's easy to put underneath. We needed that extension with this ½ inch coupler because it wasn't going to reach all the way over to the toilet. But now it reaches just fine to the toilet, and you do your business and you sit down and then you just spray yourself right between the legs. And it's got a good flow, and you control the flow with this. That's what's nice about this particular unit. You can control that flow from on to off. And right, so it really makes a lot of sense. Now, tucking it out of the way, we tend to leave it sitting right here so that when you're seated on the toilet, it's easy to grab and just bring it up to yourself and then turn it on. And it's a thumb maneuver. See, it's shaped so that when you got it this way, I don't want to spray myself in the face, but you put it between your legs and you just turn it on like that with the thumb, depending on the spray that you want. And that way we can adjust the temperature here and get it to be warm or hot or however suits your fancy. In the winter, it's going to be nice to have a warm spray rather than really chilling cold spray. Then this brass fitting that we got from Lowe's, this just turns on or off so that you can turn on the shower head. And I've actually turned these off so you can't see that. So, all right, so there's the shower head with it like that, and that has its own independent on and off, right? But then if I press this button like this, it ports over to here and then we have this always available, right? So it's really handy to have. It's also great for cleaning the bathroom. So it's another thing I like is that RVs, the showers tend to get dirty, and you can't bring the shower head to shower off things in the RV. But this becomes a sprayer that you can use particularly for cleaning out this area here, which always builds up dirt, and sometimes even the clogmia flies, the drain flies, will find a way to lay larvae in here. So you really do want to have something like this around in your RV. Really makes cleaning this part much nicer. You can see it needed cleaning, and all that debris starts coming out. So what a nice thing to have in order to make your RV more comfortable and cleaner, but also, as I mentioned, just by having that extension, really it's all you need to do. Get one of these pieces here, one of these T-pieces with the on-off switch, hook your regular shower up to it, and then on this part get one of those extensions that they use for, I guess, for washing machines. Make sure it's 1/2 inch on both ends. Get a little coupling, little PVC coupling, threaded 1/2 inch on both sides, and then find one of these online. And that, for most RVs, that should reach all the way so that you can do your business and then clean up. So really pleased with this decision. We don't then use any toilet paper at all. What we have is we have washcloths, and then you just use the washcloth and you're done. So you've cleaned yourself anyway. It's much more civilized. That way your RV toilet doesn't clog with toilet paper, and it was getting expensive buying the special RV toilet paper that dissolves. And ours goes into a biodigester, and we don't want to clog up the biodigesters. So now we never have to buy that special digestible RV toilet paper. We don't have to buy any toilet paper at all. It doesn't matter what pandemic or hurricane or whatever sort of disaster befalls that makes people hoard toilet paper. We don't need it. We got a washcloth, we got a bidet sprayer, and it works for many different things. So we hope that if you're sustainability minded, or you're cost conscious, or you just want to be resilient and prepare for disasters or any kind of difficult times ahead, yeah, go ahead and get one of these, and I'll try to find the link to the one that we got. But this is a really nice one, really cheap. I don't, like I said, the whole thing here was like about 15-20 bucks for this, and I think this head was about 20 bucks. So yeah, it set you back about 40 bucks to do the whole thing, but then you never buy toilet paper again. You're not gonna make a run on it. All right, so hope that is helpful for some of you who are looking for better ways to save money and save your environments.